Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an exhaustive exploration of President Donald Trump's historic address to a joint session of Congress on Tuesday night, March 4th, 2025. As of today, March 5th, 2025, we stand just 6 weeks into President Trump's second term, a period marked by bold promises, swift action, and a vision to make the United States of America great again. Delivered in the chamber of the House of Representatives at the United States Capitol, this speech is fifth before Congress, and the first of his new administration lasted nearly 1 hour and 40 minutes, making it the longest address to a joint session since at least 1964, according to the American Presidency Project at the University of California, Santa Barbara. President Trump took the podium at 9:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, greeted by chants of United States of America. United States of America from Republicans, while Democrats sat in tense silence, some wearing pink in protest, as reported by CBS News. With House Speaker Mike Johnson and Vice President J.D. Vance seated behind him, Trump declared, "America is back," a rallying cry echoing his November 5, 2024 election victory, the first Republican popular vote win in 2 decades. His theme, the renewal of the American dream, outlined a blueprint for economic resurgence, job creation, and industrial might, rooted in projects already underway and ambitious plans ahead. The United States of America, with a gross domestic product of $26.9 trillion in 2024, according to the International Monetary Fund, faces challenges 53% of Americans believe the State of the Union is weak per an NPR, PBS News, Marist poll from early 2025. Yet, Trump's speech radiated confidence, touting 43 days of swift and unrelenting action since January 20, 2025, surpassing, he claimed, most administrations' 4-year achievements. From tariffs to factory reopenings, from car manufacturing to border security, he laid out how investments already flowing at $5 trillion in pledged private sector funds, per the White House's February 2025 estimates, are rebuilding the nation. Tonight, we'll dive deep into every promise, every statistic, and every project Trump highlighted how he's bringing jobs back, reviving factories, boosting car manufacturing, and more. With data from government reports, industry analyses, and his own words, we'll see how President Trump is making the United States of America great again, one investment at a time. Let's begin this journey into a new golden age. Let us start with the backbone of President Trump's plan to make the United States of America great again, the economy. On Tuesday night, March 4th, 2025, he stood before Congress and proclaimed, "America's momentum is back. Our spirit is back. Our pride is back. Our confidence is back." This wasn't just rhetoric. Trump backed it with a torrent of economic policies already in motion, centered on tariffs and massive investments. First, tariffs. On March 4th, 2025, the very day of his speech, Trump's administration launched a 25% tariff on all imports from Canada and Mexico, plus a 20% hike on Chinese goods, up from 10%, as confirmed by the White House fact sheet. He told Congress, if you don't make your product in America under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn. India, he noted, charges over 100% on United States of America auto exports. Trump's reciprocal tariffs, set to expand April 2, 2025, aim to level that field. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget estimated in January 2025 that these tariffs, 25% on Canada and Mexico, 20% on China, could raise $1.3 trillion over a decade. That's real money, $5 trillion, when paired with his tax cut extensions from the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, per the same group. Trump promised retroactive 100% expensing for domestic manufacturing starting January 20th, 2025, saying, "It was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country." The United States Chamber of Commerce reported in February 2025 that this expensing spurred 3.2 million jobs from 2017 to 2020. Trump is betting it lines do more now. Investments are pouring in. On March 3, 2025, one day before the speech, a Taiwanese semiconductor giant pledged $10 billion for a new plant in Arizona, creating 12,000 jobs, per the White House. Trump touted this, saying, "We're bringing back the computer chips, the lifeblood of our economy." Yet, he called to get rid of the CHIPS and Science Act enacted under President Biden, with $52 billion for semiconductors, arguing his tariffs and tax cuts outshine subsidies. Since January 20th, 2025, private sector commitments total $5 trillion, per White House estimates, including $300 billion in clean energy, think wind farms in Texas, and $1 trillion in manufacturing nationwide. Car manufacturing's a star. Trump declared, "The last few years have seen a boom in new investments in auto manufacturing in the United States of America, and we're making it bigger." Reuters reported on February 25, 2025. That Honda plans to shift its next-generation Civic production from Mexico to Indiana, a direct tariff response, adding 2,000 jobs to an existing plant. Ford's $3 billion electric vehicle factory in Tennessee, announced in 2024, scales up with 5,000 jobs by 2026, per Ford's press release. Trump's 25% tariff on Canada, $37 billion in vehicles, $20 billion in parts in 2023, per S&P Global Mobility, forces firms to build here, not there. Factories are roaring back. Trump said, "We're going to find out where that money is going, and it's not going to be pretty, but slashing all the fraud, waste, and theft we can find will defeat inflation." His Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, has slashed 7,000 jobs from the Social Security Administration's 60,000 workforce since January, per an Associated Press source in March 2025, redirecting funds to infrastructure, think $1 trillion for roads and bridges by 2030, per the White House. Steel plants in Ohio, dormant since 2019, reopen with 1,500 jobs, fueled by tariffs, making Canadian steel $12 billion in 2023 costlier, per the American Iron and Steel Institute. The United States of America added 2.7 million jobs in 2024, Bureau of Labor Statistics, and Trump's aiming higher 5 million by 2028, per his speech, saying, "We're bringing jobs back home." His tax cuts retroactive to January promise a 0.8% gross domestic product boost annually, per the Tax Foundation's March 2025 model, outpacing Canada's projected 0.6% drop. TD Economics, October 2024. Tariffs sting $1,200 per household, per the Peterson Institute, but Trump insists tariffs are about making America rich again. For Canada, it's a $69 billion loss by 2028, British Columbia Ministry of Finance. For the United States of America, it's leverage and growth. Next, let's talk jobs and factories, the lifeblood of Trump's vision. On March 4th, he told Congress, "We're giving our workers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve." The United States of America's heartland, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, once bled jobs. Now, Trump's bringing them back. Since January 20th, 2025, factory reopenings have surged. Pennsylvania's steel mills, shuttered in 2019, hum again. 1,500 workers rehired by March 2025, per the United Steelworkers. As tariffs jack up Canadian steel costs $12 billion imported in 2023, per the United States Department of Commerce. Trump said tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. In Michigan, a $2 billion General Motors plant expansion, announced February 2025, adds 3,000 jobs by 2027. Building electric trucks tariffs on Canada's $20 billion parts trade pushed its stateside Tariffs and P global mobility. Car manufacturing's a cornerstone. Trump boasted, "We're building cars in America again, big, beautiful cars." Honda's Indiana Shift 2,000 jobs joins Toyota's $1.5 billion North Carolina plant, set for 2026 with 3,500 jobs, per Toyota's 2024 release. These aren't just jobs. Their high-wage median auto manufacturing salaries hit $68,000 in 2024 Bureau of Labor Statistics, up 5% from 2023. Trump's retroactive tax expensing fuels this firm's write-off factory costs instantly, not over decades. Per his speech, projects abound. On Tuesday, Trump announced, "I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home." The United States of America builds just 0.4% of global commercial ships, Statista 2024. Trump wants 5% by 2030 to 50,000 jobs, per the National Association of Manufacturers' March 2025 estimate, in states like Virginia and Louisiana. Labor unions cheer shipyards mean welders, engineers, dock workers earning $75,000 annually, per the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Investments drive this. The White House's $5 trillion private sector pledge since January includes $1 trillion for manufacturing. Think $500 billion in Texas solar farms, announced February 2025. Per Bloomberg, and $200 billion in Ohio factories for batteries, per Reuters. Trump's Department of Government Efficiency cuts waste 7,000 Social Security jobs gone. $60 billion redirected to factory subsidies by 2026, per Associated Press projections. Unemployment, 4.1% in 2024 Bureau of Labor Statistics, could dip to 3.5% by 2027, per Moody's Analytics, as 5 million jobs emerge. Workers feel it. Trump introduced Jason Hartley, a high school senior from Los Angeles, in his speech. Jason's greatest dream is to attend the United States Military Academy at West Point with a 4.46 grade point average. Hartley's story of legacy and ambition mirrors millions lifted by factory gates reopening. Trump's making good on his promise. "We're bringing jobs back home." Now, car manufacturing, Trump's flagship for industrial revival. On March 4th, he said, "The last few years have seen a boom in new investments in auto manufacturing in the United States of America, and we're making it bigger." He's right. Tariffs and tax cuts are turbocharging this sector, bringing factories and jobs home. The United States of America's auto industry, worth $1 trillion in 2023 S&P Global Mobility, leans on Canada $37 billion in vehicles, $20 billion in parts. Trump's 25% tariff, effective March 4th, shifts that. Honda's Civic move to Indiana 2,000 jobs shows it. Ford's Tennessee plant 5,000 jobs doubles down. General Motors' $3 billion Michigan expansion, per their February 2025 release, adds 3,000 jobs for electric trucks by 2027. Trump explained, "Tariffs are about making America rich again. Cars built here, by Americans. Stats back him." Auto manufacturing employed 1 million in 2024 Bureau of Labor Statistics. Trump's policies could add 200,000 jobs by 2028, per the National Association of Manufacturers' March 2025 forecast, as firms dodge tariffs. Reuters notes Honda's shift avoids a 25% hit on Mexico's $10 billion Civic exports. Indiana's plant, already running, scales up fast. Tax expensing 100% retroactive slashes factory costs. Ford's 2024 Tennessee investment jumped 20% post-January. Per their CEO, electric vehicles shine. Trump's speech sidestepped climate specifics, but his policies boost them indirectly. Tesla's $1 trillion market cap Trump's vision. We're building the future here. Consumers win too. Tariffs raise prices $1,200 per household. Peterson Institute, February 2025. But United States of America made cars cheaper with tax breaks. Balance it. The White House projects a 10% auto production rise by 2027 to 200,000 vehicles annually, cutting imports. Trump's making the United States of America a car powerhouse again. Trump's vision extends beyond factories. On Tuesday, he said, "We're giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve." Security and immigration anchor his plan to make the United States of America great again. Border security's first. Since January 20th, 2025, illegal crossings dropped 50% down to 50,000 monthly from 100,000 per Customs and Border Protection's February 2025 data, thanks to Trump's crackdown. His speech called for Congress to codify his January executive order, a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. Over 140 officers were injured on January 6, 2021, yet Trump pardoned 1,500 rioters. Per CBS News. Still, he insists the bad guys are starting to respect the law. Military pride swells. Recruitment rose 10% in 2024. Defense Department and Trump's policies tariff revenue into defense push it higher. His West Point nod to Jason Hartley ties it together. People love our country again. The $916 billion defense budget. Pentagon 2025 grows with $1.3 trillion in tariff funds, securing borders and bases. Immigration fuels growth. Trump ended Biden's 5.8 million migrant parole programs. Migration Policy Institute 2024, but legal inflows 1 million annually. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services 2023 fill factory jobs. He told Congress, "We're keeping you safe, balancing restriction with labor needs." Social cohesion strengthens. 70% of speech viewers felt somewhat positive, per a CNN poll by SSRS, March 2025. Trump's not blind to hurdles. Democrats jeered Representative Al Green was ejected for shouting, per Fox News, but he said, "There's nothing I can say to make them happy." Inflation's a faux 3% with Tariffs. Tax Policy Center, October 2024, yet Trump blamed Biden. Joe let egg prices get out of control. Bird flu, not policy, drove egg costs to record highs. United States Department of Agriculture, 2024. Retaliation stings. Canada's $155 billion tariffs. Trudeau, February 2025 cost United States of America exporters $30 billion. Short-term Peterson Institute. But Trump's investments $5 trillion dwarf this. His Department of Government Efficiency slashes waste $60 billion redirected. Associated Press and tariffs shift supply chains home. Honda, Ford, Tesla prove it. Triumph looms. Trump's 0.8% gross domestic product boost tax foundation outpaces Canada's 0.6% loss. TD Economics. Jobs 5 million by 2028. Factories and cars cement his legacy. He's making the United States of America great again, step by step. In his March 4, 2025 address, President Trump laid out a roaring vision. The American dream is surging bigger and better than ever. With $5 trillion in investments, 5 million jobs by 2028, factories reopening, and car manufacturing booming. Honda in Indiana, Ford in Tennessee, he's delivering. Tariffs 25% on Canada, 20% on China raise $1.3 trillion, fund security, and bring industry home. The United States of America's $26.9 trillion gross domestic product grows stronger, while Canada's $2.14 trillion pivots anew. Trump's making the United States of America great again, and he's just begun.